Hi everyone, I'm Tanuja and welcome back to my YouTube channel Learn with Tanu. So in this video, I'm just sharing my journey. How did I learn English? And this video is especially to beginners who wants to speak in English but they don't know how to start and where to start. So I will just give you some of the tips that how did I learn English so you can also learn and you can definitely speak. Okay, so starting with the first point, like you have to give time and your dedication. So, what mostly people do, they think like that they can learn each and everything in a single day and they can speak and they can be able to speak. But it's not possible. It takes time and it depends on person to person. Like some person can learn each and everything in a very short time and some can take a longer time also, so it depends, but you have to give time. And second thing is that from where you have to start. So start with learning some of the grammars. Like firstly, you can start with the tenses. So you don't need to learn every sentences or every tenses in a single day. What you have to do, you can make a particular plan. Like in a single day, for example, today you want to learn present tense. So in present we have four sub subtenses like present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. So you can divide this, you can learn two tenses today, like present indefinite and present continuous, and second day or tomorrow you can learn two other tenses. So you can divide this like this. So what you have to do, for example, you have learned two sentences today, so revise all the rules that you have learned and make sentences using those rules. And you should be aware about some of the things, like basic things, like I can say that what is subject, what is verb, what is main verb, what is helping verb, and what is object. So if you are aware about these things, so definitely you can make sentences if you learn these rules that how you have to make the sentences. For example, you have learned present indefinite and you have to make the sentences like Radha gana gati hai. So you can make these sentences like you have learned these rules. So you can make these sentences Radha sings a song. So you have to do this activity and you have to make the more and more sentences using those tenses rules. I think till now you are clear. Next, what you have to do, start learning some of the basic phrases or simple sentences. For example, some tenses, for example, in some sentences we don't use actual grammar rules. So you can directly use those sentences and you can learn those sentences. For example, if you are talking with a person and you already know that when we meet a person, so we start with like introduction and the greetings. So you should be aware about these things. So you can directly learn this. We have so many English contents are available, like on YouTube or in different websites and other things. So you can learn like how are you doing. So what you have to give the answer, like I'm fine, I'm fit as a fiddle. So you can learn this kind of things in the beginning. So what you have to do, if you have learned all the tenses and some of the basic phrases and common sentences, so you can be able to speak and you can make the sentences. And whenever you are getting time, so just try to speak by your mouth. Like some people what do actually, they they think in mind, and they speak even in their mind. Like I have to say something, so I will say in my mind only. So you have to speak by your mouth, then only you can be able to speak. So what you have to do, first you have to learn the tenses rule. Not learn everything in a single day or a 2 days. Just give time, at least a week time to learn tenses. Then only you can switch to the another grammar rules like modal verbs or and other things like prepositions and other things. So firstly start with tenses. So you will be able to make the sentences. Now what you have to do, if you have learned each and everything, then start talking with yourself. So whenever you are making any sentences and doing any of the daily activities in your home, and whenever you are going outside and watching some of the things, so just try to make the sentences using those words or using those scenarios. For example, you are going out and you are going to cafe. So what could be the conversation? Like waiter can ask you like, hello ma'am, what would you like to have? So what you can answer? So I would like to have Chinese food, or anything you can say like this. So you have to prepare these things. Okay. Yeah, and next thing is that whenever you are listening to other person, or if you are talking with other person, so what you have to do? For example, you are talking with your friend. So if they are saying any of the sentences and they are asking any questions, so listen it carefully so you can make the sentences using those sentences also. For example, some person is asking you, how long have you been working? So you can, if you are able to listen properly, so you can make the sentences in that way. Like I have been working for 2 years. So you can speak like this. So you have to listen others very carefully. So you will be able to give answer properly. So whenever you are listening any of the things, and if you are getting much time or getting more time, so you can listen many English contents also. Yeah, so these steps you can do to improve your English or to start speaking in English. I have told these things because I have done all these things and I have applied on myself. So I am just repeating again what you have to do. First thing, you have to give time and dedication. And second thing is that you have to start learning grammar and divide it in a particular or a small task. Like for example, in a single day you have to learn two tenses only, and you have to make the sentences using those tenses rules. So you can divide the task like what you have to do. And third thing is that you can start learning some of the basic phrases or small sentences. So you can directly use those sentences in your conversation and whenever you are speaking with other person. So these three things. And fourth thing is that listen and speak. Whenever you are listening any of the person, so just listen it carefully and try to give the answer in that way. And if you are listening any of the other contents, or are you watching any of the movies or any shows, so you have to listen it carefully so you can be able to listen the sentences properly, how they are making the sentences, and in which scenario they are using those sentences. So you have to give attention on that. And fifth thing is that talk with yourself. So whenever you are reading or whenever you are studying or learning any of the things, so you have to repeat by yourself. You don't need to speak in your mind, just speak by your mouth and speak loudly. So if you are making any of the sentences, for example, you have learned some things today, so you have to speak by yourself, like what you have learned today, and try to make the sentences using those rules. So these are the tips that I have followed. So that's why I'm able to speak in English. I'm not saying that I am expert in English or I am too fluent in English, but yeah, I can communicate with the people because I know how to make the sentences. And yeah, still I'm learning and still doing some of the mistakes in some places. But yeah, gradually if you will speak with the other and listening to other things and listening to other person, so definitely you can improve those things and you can remove your mistakes. I hope this video is clear for you. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Have a nice day. Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.